Alright everybody, welcome back to another video. So this video is inspired by a rant that I had with my son, and it amused him quite a bit and he thought it would make a funny video, didn't you, son? You did. So, a wee bit of background. So, Michael Bay brought out a Ninja Turtles movie a few years ago, can't remember the exact year. I actually wasn't looking forward to the film, but when it came out I actually quite enjoyed it. That's a topic for another day though. So we've got the Ninja Turtle film. They brought out action figures as normal. The one action figure that I always wanted was the Shredder, because whenever I was a little boy, Shredder was my favourite Turtles character, so I got the action figures for him. The first Shredder toy that I got was a transforming Shredder and it was awesome. So I'm just going to have that standing up. So they brought out an action figure from the Shredder from this film. So put this film to this side actually. That film. The figure itself came out. I got this in a charity shop for 50p, and that's what inspired this video, because I had quite a rant when it came to this figure. So we got the Shredder figure. He looks absolutely phenomenal. Look at the detail in this figure. The mask itself could be a lot better, but just look at that. Like, he's got this mechanical arm claw spike launcher from the film, but as you can see, it's very intricate to the figure. It's very separate pieces, but it's all connected to make it look cool. The figure itself is great. He's got this cape on. It looks like it's made of chainmail. It looks fantastic. This can come off, so this just pops off. Fantastic. So you can even see more detail in the back of the figure. His shoulder pads move so that he can actually lift his arms and do some poses. He's got this great armour on. It looks fantastic. This moves, so you've got a bit more flexibility. His legs aren't that posable, but they're enough posability in his legs for you to do it. And I thought this figure was fantastic when it first came out, but back then I didn't really have the money to collect toys, so I kind of ignored it. Then I found it in a charity shop. But my son was born not long before this film came out, but he was too young to collect these action figures, which is why I didn't have them. But he was the right age when this film came out. The sequel, Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. It's the sequel to this film. So they're doing action figures. So you would generally think that the action figures would stick to this quality. It's a sequel after all. It's a continuation. This is what sparked this video off, because I got this for my son, and it actually cost quite a lot of money at the time to get this. But when it first came out, it wasn't a cheap figure, and you'll see why it really angered me. Now, there's only one thing missing from this action figure, and it's a gun accessory. I don't know where it is. It's in a drawer somewhere. So this sparks off a lot of anger in me whenever I see this figure. So this is the Shredder figure that came out for this. So the Shredder from that film to that film isn't all that different. He doesn't wear a big robot suit like he does there, but he's still got a pretty impressive Shredder suit. And this is the toy they released. It is that. I'm pretty sure this cost £15, son, which when you look at it, that is horrendous. Look at that mask.
That's an ugly Shredder.
That is horrendously ugly. They've literally just slapped on a wee silver bit onto a basic ninja figure. Then these are his claws. In the movie they pop in and out. It's kind of like part of his robot gear that's left over, but that's it. That's, instead of having them pop in and out, you just pop them off, leave them there, and you're left with this basic G.I. Joe wannabe. Look at the arm bits. No spikes on them. They barely move. So, I mean, how is this one a continuation of this one? Look at that. It's hurt. I'm trying not to swear because you're here, son. If you weren't here, I was swearing so much. It really angers me. So I'm not into. Look, it's even tiny. Well, I understand why it's a bit smaller, because he's meant to be wearing a robot enhanced suit. But still, what happens? Every other action figure in this line is fantastic. They brought out a Krang figure, which was great. They've got Bebop and Rocksteady, which were great figures. The Turtles themselves were not that much different from the Turtles from that one. So what happened with the Shred? Seriously, look at this. Barely functional. This should have a wee bit that slides up and down. Oop, hit the camera. So they should have a little bit there that slides the spikes in and out. I had X-Men toys in the 90s that did that. But why can't they do it? It didn't even have a cape. This one had a removable cape. It angers me something awful. It really does. I don't know what happened. I'm pretty sure. Who makes these figures? Let's have a look, see if we can see. Hit the camera once. I'm not angry. I'm not paying attention. Right, there we go. It's upside down. I can't even see. It is play something. Anyway, whoever made these figures should be horrendously ashamed of it. I'm trying not to swear so badly, son.
I can cover my ears.
Oh no, I'm going. If I swear, I shout my swear words, son. It's like that figure's great, and that's my toy. I have that on display. I think it's great. I'll let you play with it whenever you ask to play with it. But this, why did they think this was acceptable? Because I remember the Christmas this came out. I got you this. I got you Krang, and I got you the Technodrome. The Technodrome and the Krang arrived first. Then this arrived last, and I was like, what the hell is this? What is this? Did I pay? That cost more than Krang, and Krang's a harder to get figure.
Wait, what did it look like when you got it? Because if you...
It was just that in a box. A normal action figure box.
If you saw it, could you not see it clearly?
Oh, I just seen it. The picture on, I'm pretty sure it was Amazon, wasn't that great, but it was Shredder from the new movies. I just bought it. Oh, your phone's going off, son. Anyway, get it later. So, I'm trying to calm down. I'm going to stop this rant now because I've been ranting for like 6 minutes now, son. So that's from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. We'll set him over there. You're from the Ninja Turtles, the first one.
Who I think looks better.
He looks much better, and the second film's great, by the way. I'm not ranting on the second film. I really enjoy that second film. Yeah. So my son's got some other Shredder figures from different incarnations of the Ninja Turtle cartoons. So I thought I would have a look at them and see what I think of them. So this first one is from the 2003 Ninja Turtles cartoon, where Shredder was an Ultron. So it's a robot suit with an alien in it, kind of like replacement of Krang. So you got this at a car boot. The figure itself, 2003, much, much superior to this piece of... Seriously, look at this. This one's... There's not much posability. These don't move much. They're bendy because of rubber.
But it's not that ugly.
It's not that ugly. It's got good spikes on them. He looks intimidating. He looks like the Shredder. It looks great. So if I sat this down and someone who had a vague understanding of the Ninja Turtles went, who's that meant to be? That's the Shredder. You might be forgiven if they don't understand that that's the Shredder because he looks drastically different from what you'd expect. But there's no way in hell they're going to assume that that's the Shredder. They're going to assume that's a ninja. Just a random ass ninja. Anyway. This next figure, my son just did I don't know when that video's up compared to this video because we're filming it all basically in the one day. So this video he got in his Christmas bundle, it's basically the Shredder from the 2014, is it 2014 that cartoon came out, 2013? The CGI Nickelodeon Turtles cartoon. This one itself also looks like the Shredder. These pieces all pop up because it's a mix and match thing. But you can see the general theme. It does look like the Shredder. There's nothing wrong with this figure. If it was a basic action figure, it didn't pop apart so you can mix and match the pieces. That's the Shredder. He's got his armour on, he's got his spike, his shoulder pads, he's got spikes on his arms and his feet. That's not right. Now he's got spikes on his feet. Where's the spikes on this guy's feet? And they didn't supply anything like this to stick here. Why did they not do anything there? There we go, he's got spikes on his feet now. Sorry son, I'm getting angry. So the next figure we've got is from the same cartoon as this, but it's a Super Shredder.
It's really rare.
Yeah, we've only ever seen this in the shops once, and that's the day you bought it, and that was in the Blackpool Pleasure Beach Nickelodeon gift shop. So here we go, Super Shredder. This figure, once again, you can be forgiven, it doesn't look great, much like Shredder, because it's a mutated version of Shredder.
But it's really cool.
It's really cool, but it's got the basics that any Shredder figure should have. It's got spikes next to his hands, spikes on the shoulders, spikes at his feet. You know, these are coming out his skin, so I've not seen that episode that becomes this son, so I'm not entirely sure what the spikes are about.
I've not seen that either.
He's even got a cape. This cape's all
I think it's a
shredded.
movie, but that episode.
Yeah, so he's got a shredded cape, but this cape is also removable, so you can see the details in his back.
It's kind of confusing to get back on.
That is very right. That's also a basic Shredder. So you've got some basic... I don't know what they've been doing with the Shredder figures. Like, I'm not sure if this one ever came with a cape, because we got this at a car boot for like 50 pence, didn't we, son? Mm-hmm. So it was cheap. You picked this up because you wanted a new Shredder figure, because at the time you only had this one and that crappy one. And we didn't even have this one that I got in the charity shop. So I just wanted to talk about the different styles of Shredder figures and how it angers me that they got it so wrong for the second Ninja Turtles film. Because even the basic cartoon figures are so much better. When you release figures from a movie, you'd think they'd put more effort in, because it's not as if when there's a cartoon, the cartoon's on all year round, so the kids are going to be interested in buying the toy. But when it's a movie, you've got a limited window to get the kids interested to buy it. And if they were interested to buy it and to see this in the shop, they're not going to want it. This is horrendous. It's actually, I would say this is probably one of the worst action figures in the house, son. And I've got some bad ones.
Well, I have quite a lot of good action figures I really like.
Yeah, you've got lots of good ones, but I'd say this is the worst one that you've got. This is the worst action figure you've got, mainly because it's a letdown. As an actual toy, it's fine. It does what it's supposed to do, but it's basically just a ninja action figure. Look, just look once again. Look at the detail on that face. There's no detail.
Or replace King Kong with that Godzilla over and make Godzilla better.
Yeah. So I just wanted to rant about that. My son's listened to this rant many times, haven't you? Yeah. So you thought it'd make a funny video, so you asked me to film it, didn't you? So I just wanted to get it out of the way. I just realised this is like nearly 11 minutes long, son.
Is it?
Jeez, oh, so I'm going to leave that there because I'm getting worked up. I need to go do some breathing exercises, calm myself down, do some meditation or something, son. Maybe some yoga. Do some yoga, some DDP yoga. So we're going to leave that there. So if you get anything you want to say before I turn the camera off, son?
Well, that one's ugly.
Which one? That one?
No.
That one?
Yes.
You don't like it? He's ugly?
I like that, I like that, I like that, and I like that. Hate that one.
Yeah. So, yeah, so that's the Shredder action figure review. So I might do some more action figure reviews from stuff that I've got in my collection.
And that's the newest.
Yeah, this actually is the newest toy out of the lot of them, and it's the worst.
But that's the newest that I've got.
Yeah, that is your newest toy, but this one's probably the newest. Oh, right, so thanks for watching and putting up with my rant, people. As always, have a good one.